Well, we are much honored to have you onto this show. That's Motorsports. Actually, it's your daily show. I would call it daily because you've always made it interactive, even from the dot end up to the week running in the course, of course, with the matters of motorsport to discuss about. Actually, we have a lot on your menu today. And of course, guess what? I have a guest. And I remember those who might have bricked on my Facebook ID, that's Kahes Frank. You would have seen the person who had to have on the show as in our guest to us in today. I'm Frank Selgo Kahesi to present you the show, and at the time we apologize for the little hink here and there for over 5 minutes of delay of start, but then we hope to do it in the program lineup, and we're actually going to have it run onto the time slated for the show. Those who want to join us, you can actually join us straight away on WBS Motorsport. Definitely, we'll leave your message on there. We'll be able to read it. And then if you can access the WBS Motorsport, you can straight away go to my Facebook ID. Definitely throw a message there, your question and query, then definitely we shall have you well responded to. And then you can live stream. Those who have the smartphones with data, then you can live stream. You do www.wbstv.ug, then start. It's an upper slash, and then after the upper slash, then you put live, then dash, and then stream. Definitely, you'll have a straight onto your TV, actually your smartphone. So we're calling them TVs, but then it will be your direct TV at hand, and definitely you will get us over. Starting off, it's actually, I'm appreciative that means it would be a disservice to the guys who have taken much of the time to sit on their TV sets. Start with the guys of Trust Fund and Matt Banda. I know you guys, Uncle Ben, you're doing your much wonderful job. Putting a TV set at your showroom is a privilege to this show. You standing up and making your fellow workers cease work. Who am I to make your work be seized over watching motorsport? And then guys of Very Kamia and the lots of guys, the fans who are in Chukubo, so much waiting over this hour of the show, and you tune in here on your TV sets and gruesomely keep on the TV sets until the end of the show. Let's start off with the international sport. On the international arena, we had a good happening in Nether. Actually, we had a good challenge in draw, and of course the man in the studio will give us a highlight of how they're looking forward to do such a kind of an entertaining event. And of course, he's still in the age group of people who can still compete at that who can actually compete in that age group of racing that's none other than the endurance. I hope he'll give us a bit of his keys over that, and definitely he will give us over and a sight through over that. Let's have a bit of the ambience of the enduro that were happened down in a week away, and it was much of action and exciting moment. Let's have the ambience of the enduro. Well, as we wait for the pictures to come running with the enduro, we shall actually get to see them, and we shall correspond through them as they get into running. Off that lane, we go straight to MotoGP. The MotoGP, the match action, the super action. We told you here at WBS TV, we remind about your excitement and to inform you and entertain you. And definitely, in the MotoGP arena, we had, of course, Mark Marquez is one of the few guys who have seen constantly racing at the high revs, and the turns have always been a good out. And guess what? This young man had a chance to test his new make of the Honda bike, that's RC 213V, which is slated for next season, that's 2016. And of course, he had many confessions of how the bike was actually performing. And this young man, Marc Marquez, he's the reigning MotoGP champion, and of course, he's looking forward. The man who is at his neck racing, competing alongside him, is none other than Rossi, who has become another troublesome person to the Honda racer. Let's have the ambience of that, and of course we go ahead and let you know what's happening in the arena of MotoGP.
Menghancurkan rekor sebelumnya atas nama Casey Stoner lebih dari 1 detik. Rossi mencetak waktu 1 menit 32,627 detik. Motor tercepat dalam sejarah sirkuit Asen yang berjarak 4,5 km. Ini sekaligus pole yang ke-51 sepanjang karirnya di kelas utama. Rider Suzuki Alex Espargaro yang sempat terlempar ke kualifikasi 1 tampil mengejutkan dengan berada di posisi 2. Sempat tercepat di FP4, Marc Marquez harus puas tercepat ketiga. Rekan timnya Dani Pedrosa akan start terdepan di baris 2, diikuti rider Monster Tech 3 Paul Espargaro. Andalan Ducati Andrea Iannone berada di posisi 6, disusul Cal Crutchlow di posisi 7. Jorge Lorenzo yang sebelumnya meraih 4 kemenangan beruntun, kali ini harus berjuang keras start dari urutan 8. Cocok dengan karakter Ascens, Rossi dan Marquez diperkirakan akan bersaing ketat memperebutkan gelar juara. Meski tunggangan masih liar, Marquez memiliki
action that was happening in Netherlands, and of course it was much action happening. And of course, as in give you a link up, of course the race for Honda rider, that's Marc Marquez. Posted his best, beat his best fastest time when he officially posted 0.3 seconds on the new surface. That was where he was racing, and of course I told you, he beat his own time, his own fastest time, doing 0.3 seconds. Imagine how terrific he was going. And definitely he will be coming in 2016 with another teammate, actually alongside fellow factory rider, that's the Suzuki and the Ducati, that's Pame Danero Peresi, is pairing with him onto a new redesigned race for Honda. That's come next season, 2016. Away from the team that the draw, we look forward to seeing actually a 3-year champion. That's Valentino Rossi. He's actually saying he's repicking his form, saying he's now like 10% on the finishing podium. And of course, it had barely taken him like 3 years ago when he was hardly making it over with assurance that he would make it on the podium. Of course, with the action you might have seen where they went racing, he proved to be coming up over above his form. Well, if we've actually going off that, we are going straight away to WRC, and actually if my producer gets the pictures of Enduro, I'll let you see them, and I'll put a question to the guest, and then he will give us a response of how they're looking forward to such a game coming over with the age, because it's over not, it doesn't have an age limit. Somebody between 35 above, provided you have the money to buy a new or a KTM or Honda bike, you can go for endurance races. Way off from MotoGP, we actually go straight away to WRC. The next rally on block is the Rally of Finland. And of course, one of the local drivers commented, Finland is almost a mix of a few stages in Uganda. And some of us, unluckily, in this year's Finland of Uganda, we never had a chance to go through the route, which had the Pine section, which ran over like 12 to 16 kilometers of stage running. And of course, guess who? The guys of Hyundai are not resting their heads down after Sebastian Ogier proving a man to beat. And actually, they're testing their cars. And let's have a look at the ambience of one of their cars they're testing for the Rally of Finland. Well, that's a bit of the preparations by Team Hyundai, and of course the man who made the podium in the last rally, that was none other than Pierre Nouvel. Is actually one of the team who are testing Hyundai to the best of their trying. Well, of the team of Hyundai, and it's another person. M Sport boss Malcolm Wilson is predicting a podium finish for his team driver. That's none than Otanak. Remember, this young man took a lead on the last rally, but almost lost it in the last. Actually, he lost it in the second. It was in the day 2 when Sebastian Ogier came out and picked up a win, actually lead from him after getting mechanical breakdowns. But I hope the team, Otanak is another challenger, who is Sebastian Ogier and his teammate Viadi Rativara, that they look to beat in the next coming race in Finland. Finland is well known for the fastest stages and, of course, the fast and smooth stages, as you may see on the TV screen, where guys really drift in the turns, which are very much of a V size. And of course, they do what? They do the best they can do. And well off from M Sport team, and of course, the New Zealander, that's Hayden Pedden, the man who led the Rally of Portugal with a few mechanical glimpses, getting his headway. He's actually insisting Hyundai teammate Pierre Nouvel remains his performance benchmark despite beating him in the last WRC encounters. But he believes, he will have a chance to edge his teammate Nouvel in the rally. Much as he failed to beat him in the Rally of Portugal, and of course the last ended rally, the Rally of Poland, he looks forward for the Rally of Finland to see he makes his next derby as interesting and impressive. Well, there's much action expected in the coming the last weekend of July. That's where we shall have this action coming on due. That's in the Rally of Finland. We go, actually, let's have a recap of the Enduro event, and of course my first question to the guest will come from that very thing, the Enduro. That is the test of the Red Bull test that was running over course in Netherlands. Let's have a bit of the action of the endurance, and probably you guys who are trying to do Enduro here may judge yourself and say, if it was here, would I make it over through? Let's get on to the Enduro and get the ambience, and of course we shall get to start from there.
The longest race of the season in a country perfect for Enduro. Welcome to Red Bull Romaniacs. Hard Enduro is back in Romania for the race that demands more from the riders than any other. 4 race days, hundreds of kilometers. But before the riders are let loose into the Transylvanian mountains, first they must tackle the legendary prologue. Let's get the tour with the 2-time prologue winner and Hard Enduro's leading privateer, Paul Dalton.
Qualifying Red Bull Romaniacs 2015 prologue. Very slippy conditions here. Right.
Full gas.
Nasty bits there. No. Bit of a wrong line. Bit of rev. Can't remember this bit. Jeez. Bit slippy around here. Don't go off there. Super slip. Wheelie this one. Super enduro style. Low right up lovely. Back end's moving around. Power. Brake like hell. Lift the front a little. Just over. Little corner. 2 more. Stay neat and tidy. Staying good. Get on the gas. That will do. That was a good one. Maybe a bit sketchy at the beginning. Happy with that one.
Well, that was another exciting moment in Romania. One of the most challenging ropes these guys always go for in Ro. Let's get into the break and we come with the local bit of the content. And of course, the guest is much ready and prepared to give a fire back to you people who are seated on your TV sets and listening and actually watching. It's a big network. It all starts here at WBS TV. Just keep it at your CV set and we come back after the break.